What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another brand new tier list. Obviously Marvel recently released, it's like an upcoming slate of everything that's going to be released on Disney Plus in the next year. So I thought I would do an upcoming projects tier list. I was going to do a separate tier list for shows and for movies, but I thought we'll throw it all together. On this, obviously this is a pre-done list. Agatha's on here. It's obviously already came out, so we'll just ignore that essentially, but everything else is to come out. Some things are rumoured to be cancelled, some things everybody thinks is cancelled but actually definitely aren't. There's actually been very good reports on it, so we're going to get on into it. We'll try, I was going to say we'll try to go in order, but I'm not even sure of the exact order the stuff's coming out, so we'll just go with what comes up. The Thunderbolts obviously comes out in May of 2025. I won't know the dates for all these, so just don't get used to that. The trailer really sold me. I'm not going to lie, I thought the music in the trailer was amazing. The action was amazing. The dynamic between all the team members seemed fantastic. I'm going to be completely honest. I think you're going to see a good few deaths from them. I think this is essentially the MCU's version of the Suicide Squad from DC. And I like in Suicide Squad 2, the James Gunn one, obviously they just kill off an entire team and at the start, and then a few members of the main team throughout the story. I think the same thing's going to happen. I'd be shocked if the likes of Ghost and Taskmaster made it to the end of the film. I would actually also be surprised to maybe see Red Guardian make it through the movie. I don't know, he definitely might, but obviously people like Yelena, Bucky, John Walker, they're all safe. But there will definitely be deaths, and there's been a lot of rumours about this movie, which I will get into in another Marvel Storytime video, but I am super excited for Thunderbolts. I will try not to give as much exposition about every single pick. We'll ignore Agatha all along. It's already came out. It was a great show. I will be doing an MCU TV show tier list as well. I don't know which one will come out first. So, Armor Wars. Honestly, this should be Vision Quest, because as far as I have heard, Vision Quest and Armor Wars are getting smushed together in terms of story. You're going to explore the whole thing with Rhodey, how long has he been a Skrull technology in Vision Quest, and obviously that's going to lead to Ultron coming back. War Machine and White Vision will probably team up, along with probably Tommy from, obviously, Billy and Tommy, Wanda's children, and then I'm assuming Billy will find, with Ghost Agatha, will find his brother in this series. So you'll have 3 out of the 4 family members together, and then Wanda will come back in Secret Wars, I'm assuming, or Doomsday. Well, it would actually have to be Secret Wars, because there's no way that Vision Quest comes out before Doomsday. There's not a chance. Doomsday starts filming in 6 months. So Armor Wars, I'm going to put it down here. It doesn't mean I won't watch this one at all. It's just it doesn't exist anymore. Actually, I'll just leave it down here. I don't want people just clicking through and thinking I don't want to watch this. It doesn't exist. It's done. It's basically cancelled. Daredevil Born Again, it's not even an issue. It's going above Thunderbolts. I am a complete Daredevil shill when it comes to the Netflix series. I was generally worried that they were going to that Disney were going to ruin this. I was panicking so much when they announced that. I was like, no, do not MCU this up. Do not. It has to be dark. It has to be gritty. The reports are fantastic. After the Hollywood writer strike ended, apparently Kevin Feige had a look at what they'd done for Daredevil and seen how MCU-ified it was, and he just basically scrapped the entire project, fired all the writers and said, we need to do this again properly, the way fans want it. And that's what I want to hear from Kevin Feige. He needs to do more stuff like that. He needs to be the proper producer at the end of these projects, saying this is not good enough. There has to be a quality we have to meet, or fans will just not come and watch it. We proved that with Quantum Mania. We proved that with Thor Love and Thunder. We will not just come for any garbage movie that they put out anymore. It has to be good. Daredevil Born Again is Daredevil Season 4. I don't care what anyone says. The trailer looked amazing. It's got all your classic characters. They brought back Foggy and Karen. Kingpin looks like he's going to be a menace again. They redeemed him a little bit in Echo, and after what they did to him in Hawkeye, and then he's just going to be full-blown madman. There was even a quote from Vincent D'Onofrio saying that there were some things he filmed where he went off script a bit and did some crazy horrible things, and he just thought they would call cut and cut it from the the recording, and they didn't. They kept it in. Apparently, it's even darker than Daredevil season 1 to 3 on Netflix, and people who have seen a couple of previews have said, yeah, it's very, very dark. So I'm on board 100%. There's nothing on this list that's taken over that top slot. I will be watching every episode as it drops it come March time. Spider-Man, fresh. It says Spider-Man freshman year, but it's obviously had the name changed to Spider-Man as Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I don't care. I'm sorry, I don't care. Like, the original premise of this was sort of like, it's like a what if spin-off where what if Peter Parker had Norman Osborn come to Aunt May's apartment before Civil War happened, instead of Tony Stark, and then just what that path that would lead him down. See, since then they've renamed it. They're including Doctor Strange. It's just going to be like alternate universe Peter Parker. I don't even know if it's based on Tom Holland's Peter Parker anymore. I'm sure it'll be good, but I'm not going to spend my time. Like, there's not many animated shows on this I will watch. I will watch a couple. I will not watch a few other ones. This will be one of the ones I probably don't even watch. So I can't put it in not interest. I can't even put it in not interested, but I'll watch. I won't. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to pretend. I will not watch it. So that's all I can say about that. I'm sure it will be good, but it's just not my cup of tea. And that is what it is. Ironheart, not interested, but I'll watch. I am adamant that this would have been just scrubbed from the release schedule if Bob Iger had came in sooner. Like, when he came in, he started looking at projects that were in the pipeline when, like, their previous movies and or projects didn't even make any money, and he just started like cancelled. If Ironheart had not have been finished filming 2 years ago, it finished filming 2 years ago. It's in post-production for over 2 years, and it's not coming out till late next year, so it'll be 3 years. If it was not so far along, I think it would have been just scrapped to save money. There is still rumours that Sacha Baron Cohen's going to be introduced as Mephisto in this, as sort of a magic versus technology plot. That is interesting. It is, and people, like, since WandaVision, people are frothing at the mouth for Mephisto, but I do not want to see Ironheart. I just do not. I think it's silly to introduce Mephisto into a project like this, especially when you've had things to gag about all along, who deal with the magical side of things. You're going to have Doctor Strange free. Why is Mephisto not being introduced there? So I don't really understand. So, but it's happening. But I am worried because in all of the promotional material we've seen for Ironheart so far, we have not seen Sacha Baron Cohen at all. So what if the rumours aren't true and people get literally screwed over into watching it? I'll watch it. I'm a YouTube channel who deals with Marvel content or MCU content specifically, so I'll watch it. That's why I'm not watching Spider-Man freshman year, because it doesn't have anything to do with the MCU. So Ironheart I will still watch. Marvel Zombies, obviously this is a spin-off of What If, the zombie episode from What If Season 1. The promotional material for the upcoming show has shown like the likes of Zombie Thanos with the gauntlet, so I'm assuming that he's going to like lead the army of zombies against the remaining humans. In the promotional material we did see a Blade, and it looks like the new Blade. I'll get on to that obviously because there's a poster for that. I'm actually interested, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's been confirmed to be TVMA as well, which is rated R essentially. That's what Daredevil Born Again as well. Obviously it'll be the similar rating to Deadpool and Wolverine. They'll be allowed to swear, they'll be allowed to do lots of violence. So I am quite excited for it. I will watch it. People I think would rather have seen a live action version, which would be amazing. You could bring back all your favourite actors like Chris Evans, Robert Downey Jr. Like in their proper roles, Iron Man and Captain America, as zombies. I think that'd be incredible. Maybe that's something they could do down the line. I don't know, but like it is interesting. There's no point in lying. Fantastic Four First Steps. I generally know people who aren't excited for this at all, and I think that's crazy. I think Kevin Feige seeing how bad the 2005 and 2007 movies were, and then that abomination from 2015 were, I think Kevin Feige will make sure this movie is as best as it can be. It has to juggle a lot of parts. Obviously we're introducing Downey Jr. Doctor Doom in this movie. Apparently he's reported to have 15 to 20 minutes of screen time, which was surprising. People thought he was just going to be a post-credit scene, but we do have to start getting him introduced into the story if he's going to be the big bad and get his own Avengers movie. So it obviously has to deal with a few multiversal factors. Apparently Reed is going to know how to transverse the multiverse, and that's why Galactus ends up in his universe. It'll have like 1960s versions of a few heroes, apparently, potentially an Iron Man from 1960. It would probably be Tony Stark's father. So I think it sounds like a very good idea. I'm super excited for it. You'll find I'm excited for a lot of the things next year. I think next year is going to be an amazing year for Marvel, bar one project, which I will get into in a minute. If anyone who's... Well, actually, Ironheart's next year, but I don't think Ironheart will do well. But like you'll see in a minute. I might just do it next to get it out of the way. I'm very excited for Fantastic Four, and like whether people like Pedro Pascal as Reed Richards or not, I think the cast is good. I think they definitely got 3 out of 4 perfect in my opinion. Fourth one, Reed Richards, is debatable, but I think he'll do a good job. I'm just going to do next year's project now. Captain America. Anyone who's watched this channel knows I love like the Captain America trilogy is my favourite trilogy, hands down. It's not even close. Well, it is a little bit close to Guardians, but the Captain America trilogy with Chris Evans is unreal. Steve Rogers is the guy. Number one, I think this is going to lose a ton of money. Like its budget is 300 million now with the amount of reshoots. Like that's been confirmed. 300 million is the budget, which would mean after the cinemas take their cuts, the promotion they're going to have to do for it, which will add another 100 million. So you're talking 400 million. They're going to have to make about 700 million just to break even. That Marvel ain't really interested in breaking even. Marvel like to see big profit on these projects. You need to remember Civil War only just made over $1 billion. Winter Soldier made I think 750 million. Winter Soldier is considered by many the best MCU movie they've ever done, and it only made 750 million. We need to be realistic here. Having Red Hulk so heavily featured in the promotional material will help. It will, but I am interested. I would, as it's a Captain America movie, I would love to be saying I'm super excited, but I just think if all the rumors come true and it does introduce what it says it's going to introduce, I hope it is a great movie, but it's been so riddled with issues in terms of production. I just don't know if they can pull it together. I'm going to be interested. I can't say I'm not interested because I do want to see a lot of aspects of it, but we'll see. I don't think it makes money. I think at this point Marvel probably knows it's not going to make money, but it does. That's why they're spending so much time with the reshoots, apparently setting up future movies. Like what happens here will lead directly into Thunderbolts. Sam Wilson apparently will start recruiting Avengers for the likes of Doomsday, so it is going to start bringing the MCU together like we have wanted. People have said that these phases have been very disconnected. This is where it really will begin to connect. What if season 3? I am interested. I'm not gonna lie. I enjoyed the first season very much. The second season, I thought they leaned far too heavily on Captain Carter. It just got tedious by the end of it. There was some fantastic standalone episodes, like there always is with What If. It looks like the whole series could potentially be concentrating on Captain Carter. Because like at the end, she obviously found the tree at the end of Loki with the Watcher, so she's going to be like working with the Watcher now because her universe has been destroyed. So I don't know if I'm that interested in this, but I will definitely watch it. I maybe should put not interested, but I'll watch. I'll keep it interested. That's fair. Avengers Doomsday. I'm super excited. There's certain storyline beats in this I think are going to be incredible. I really do. I think that the whole thing about there's rumours Doctor Doom, Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom, is going to appear possibly pretending to be a hero at the start. He's going to take out the Council of Kangs at the very start of the movie, looking like he saved the multiverse. But apparently at some point he's going to break the MCU and the rest of the multiverse into Battle World sections. So there's going to be a Spider-Man section, an Incredible Hulk section, which would obviously lead into later down the line World War Hulk movie. They still do have a couple of slots open for unannounced movies, so they could announce that. And obviously that sort of stuff would lead into Spider-Man 4, which actually I will say Spider-Man 4 isn't on this and it has been confirmed. Spider-Man 4 would be super excited as well, obviously. It's going to be incredible. It looks like Sony is about to screw the pooch as well anyway, but because they've decided not to include Null because they want to save him for their own project, even though they're meant to be cancelling their universe. Classic Sony, go ahead and ruin the whole Spider-Man name once again. But Doomsday is going to be incredible. I do have a theory about what will happen at the end of it. I will not say that here. I will say it in a separate video, probably a Marvel story time. But Doomsday, I think Downey Jr. he's meant to be the main character, like even more than what screen time Thanos got in Infinity War. Downey Jr. is meant to get even more than that here, so I think he will do an incredible job, and by the end of this movie I think you will hate his guts and you will feel weird about it because it's Downey Jr. It's like he's meant to be Iron Man but he's not. Well, I'll skip Secret Wars for a bit because like there's things here that are coming out next year. Eyes of Wakanda, I don't care. I don't care at all. I'm not even going to pretend. I'm actually going to put Spider-Man down to... I'm going to put both these down to won't watch it all. I'm not going to watch these. I'm not interested. There's no point in me sitting here pretending like I am. I don't care. That's all I'm going to say. X-Men 97, I'm assuming that means Season 2 because this list isn't that old. So we'll pretend it says Season 2, which we do know is coming. I'm interested. Like, Season 1 it was fantastic. It really was. Like, people were generally worried about them doing a continuation of X-Men 97. Especially for how well the original series left off, but some of the standalone episodes in this, for being an animated show that is for kids, were unbelievable. Like, it was absolutely incredible what they did. The likes of the Gambit sacrifice, to save to stop the sentients, to save all the mutants, was unbelievable. The character Rogue's performance was fantastic. The multiple cameos, like you just had morphing into everybody. You had the Incredible Hulk there, you had Captain America fighting with Rogue for a little bit, you had Iron Man showing up at the end. It was incredible. I'm definitely interested for Season 2. Blade. Obviously, there's been rumours going around saying Blade was cancelled like over the past month because Marvel removed it from their 2025 release slate. If anybody still thought this was coming out in September 2025 as late as last month, they are idiots. I'm sorry, they just are. Blade has now been confirmed it will start filming the second quarter of 2025. Probably to release after Secret Wars because they're just not concentrating on non-multiversal projects right now. If you're a movie, you have to set up something in the multiverse. That is the rule. That's what Thunderbolts and Captain America 4 is going to do. And then everything else is just multiverse. Or it'll be used to get a character who's going to appear in Secret Wars, the likes of a Thor or a Doctor Strange. It'll be used to get them back, focusing on that goal, because obviously we left off our Doctor Strange in 4. They had Hercules to deal with on one side for 4, and Clea's and her incursions to deal with in Doctor Strange 3. So Blade will come out 100%, and I am very much interested. This did used to be super excited. I think Marvel have ruined my excitement to an extent because of how many issues they've had. There has been a couple of terrible scripts apparently, and directors dropping out, but the directors are dropping out because Marvel can't get this off the ground. The directors probably signed a contract, okay, so we're going to shoot this and this date, and it's just like, oh, we haven't even got a script. It's like, I don't know what you want us to tell us, like, oh, I can't do this then. So they're obviously going to leave, and that's fair enough. So I will say this, I think that it's going to come out. I am very much interested, and see, once I start hearing reports at the start of production, it will probably move back up to super excited. Shang-Chi 2, sadly this has not even been announced. That's why 4, 5 and Doctor Strange 3 are not on this list as well. Shang-Chi 2 looked like a dead cert, but apparently its plot was going to feature heavily around Kang, and Kang have the signal from the 10 rings being sent out to Kang. That apparently was his technology. Obviously the second Jonathan Majors got fired, that was it. That storyline was going to be scrapped, so they're going to have to work out a new story, but I think Shang-Chi will still have a big role in Doomsday and Secret Wars. I'm super excited for Shang-Chi 2. It kills me we haven't had any word from it at all. It also kills me that we haven't seen his character pop up anywhere else. There has definitely been projects you could have popped Shang-Chi into. Sadly it hasn't happened. I think the first movie was incredible. It gave me such optimism for Phase 4. When Shang-Chi came out, I was like, oh, so this is what Marvel's doing after Endgame. Okay, I'm on board. And then, yes, it had a couple of stinkers, but then we had No Way Home. It's like, okay, this is what they're doing. And then it had Multiverse of Madness. It was that good, bad, thing we had, but I think that curse is broken now, because we had X-Men 97, which was good, we had Deadpool and Wolverine, which was amazing, and we had Agatha All Along, which I think was good. So we're on the right track. Captain America 4 might ruin that for me again, but we can only hope. Wonder Man, I'm interested. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I seen my first sneak peek literally the other day, and I am interested. I think it looks very good. I think the story with him and Slattery, obviously he's an aspiring actor, just like Slattery is. It doesn't even show you anything to do with what powers he has or what powers he's gonna get, which I think is more interesting. It's like you're reeling people in with just the character development instead of like, oh, another superhero thing. So they must have a lot of confidence in this, that people are going to literally flood in. So I am interested for sure. Like, I don't know much about the specific character Wonder Man to be up and super excited, but apparently he has a lot of comic book connections when he does get going. So I'm interested. I'll definitely watch it. And finally, Avengers Secret Wars. It has to be up here. It's going behind Daredevil. This is probably, like, in order. Yeah, I'd say this is in order, the top of the list. I'm not really interested in putting anything else in order, but we'll try it quickly. Blade would be way up here. Yeah, Blade would be second. Yeah, no, Marvel Zombies be ahead of that. What if X-Men 97, Wonder Man? Yeah, no, that'd be in order. So yeah, Secret Wars I think is going to be the biggest event in comic book movie history. I know we said that about Endgame, and it was, but you think of Endgame, we obviously had the portal scene, we had Avengers Assemble, and it was all MCU heroes, and it was awesome. Imagine that with the multiverse. Imagine Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider riding free on his motorcycle. Imagine just every single person you can think of, and it might not just be heroes, like, because it's a battle world situation, it might be villains teaming up with heroes. You could see a different variant of Thanos teaming up with a different variant of Iron Man. You could see everything you've ever possibly imagined. Apparently the Battle World segments are going to introduce, like, Miguel O'Hara from Into the Spider-Verse as, like, the leader of Battle World, who's going to look over it on behalf of Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is going to recruit villains from throughout the multiverse to look over their Battle World. You're going to have Hydra Cap, potentially Chris Evans Hydra Cap, looking over the Captain America Battle World. You're going to have probably a Red Hulk looking over the Incredible Hulk one. It's going to get amazing, and if they can do it right, and I pray they can, I think they can, because the Russos and Kevin Feige looking over it, they will not let anything subpar go out. Like, they will not. Like, they've shown that they're willing to delay and cancel projects. Well, they won't cancel it, but they'll delay it to a point where they can make it perfect, or as close to perfect as they can get it. If they know, okay, if we do this right, we can make $2 billion on this movie minimum, because they can. A Secret Wars movie could make $2 billion for sure. Like, Endgame made what, 2.6. Secret Wars could definitely make that if they do it well and it has good word of mouth, because the rewatchability is going to be unreal. They know they could probably spend, with reshoots, about $400 million on the budget. For the amount of cameos you're going to have, you're probably going to have to spend something similar. $100 million for marketing, split the money with the cinemas. You'd probably need about $1 billion to break even. But if you're making $2 billion, it's still $1 billion, and you're getting Marvel back on track, which is what you need to do right before you start Phase 7, where you are going to be saying goodbye to the solo movies for a lot of your well-known characters and introducing the Mutant Saga. You're going to be concentrating on doing more Fantastic Four movies set in present-day MCU, and obviously Spider-Man's going to continue doing his thing. So there is going to be a lot going on, but they need to get that. Secret Wars will be the thing where it'll be like, I have full faith in the MCU again, or you won't. Because people wanted to jump off after Endgame, and it's like, the MCU's done, that was a perfect finale. Secret Wars is going to feel like that again. It's going to be like, well, that's definitely it done now. Why would we keep watching? The Mutant Saga will draw them people in. Like, people want the X-Men. We're craving it so much. So they need to get all this right, build that faith back, and then Phase 7, 8 and 9, which is so far away, will be incredible, I'm sure. But that's my list, guys. As you can see, I'm excited for a good few things. There's 3 things there. Not so much, I'll watch one of them, but that's my list, guys. Pop in the comments down below anything you are super excited about, or just anything you are not going to watch at all. pop down below if you think I'm crazy. I really don't care. Thank you for watching, guys. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do all that stuff you guys like to do, and I shall see you on the next one.